Because how you think is shaping the world that you are creating. Now listen to me carefully, sisters. That's why most rulers in the world, their aim is always to crush your man and then take you over and make you theirs so that you will reflect them rather than the God who you are naturally born as the woman of God and not the woman of man. Now you didn't hear me, but I want you to think about what I'm saying. You get the tape afterward and play it over and over again so that you will understand your tremendous value. Now, the moment you get pregnant and you are afraid of being discovered, I don't want my mom to know that I'm doing these things. I'm going to be discovered. Fear takes over, and you start thinking about my college and all. So immediately the abortionist comes into play. You wrestle with yourself for a minute, and then you go and pay for the abortion, or somebody pays for it, and you're free, you think, of that burden. But you don't know what you're killing. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. You have the right of choice, but not the right to choose to kill the unborn child. You don't have that right. And sisters, listen to me carefully. If you take that right and say, that's my right, it's my body, and if I want to kill the baby, I just going to kill it, then what do you think about your 12-year-old who joins a gang and feels he has the right to kill somebody that belongs to another gang and then kills them? And you say you're wrong in this instance, but you don't think you're wrong in the first instance of destroying human life that you are bringing here that may have the answer to the world's problems, but coming under unfortunate circumstances. I want to say this to you tonight. Maybe some of my sisters in this audience, maybe some women in this audience are pregnant, and you're thinking probably about the destruction of that life. I want to say this to you. You know, this is personal, but I'd like to share it with you. My mother, before she died, a few years before she died, she said to me, son, I tried 3 times to get rid of you. And I've asked God over and over again to forgive me. But after the 3rd time, I decided to let it be. Now, if my mother was successful in killing me, we would not know today what we might have missed. But look at the son of a simple black woman who got into trouble, and the easy way out of trouble was to get rid of me. But she didn't know what was growing in her womb, but God knew. That's why my allegiance can't be to mom first, but it will always be to you first. But it is you, mother, that introduces your child to God. And without you, mother, there's no real connection to God. I mean, you are the link. That's how important you are. My mother, I gotta say this, I don't have to say it, but I'm gonna say it. My mother's a marvelous, marvelous black woman. And I don't think I could have asked for a better mother. But you know, she met my father. My mother was a real black and beautiful woman. My father was a very light-skinned, curly-haired, kind of cute man. And you know these cute men, sisters. You know how they carry on, right? My mother wanted a stable life. My father wanted to play. Finally, my mother got tired of my father. Whooped him. No. She put something on it now. I ain't going into that, but she put something on it. And put him out. She married my brother's father, and my brother was born. But then my father slipped back into the picture. And since he was the love of my mother's life, you know how that is, sisters. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right, you know. And my mother became pregnant with me and was terribly afraid because it wasn't her husband's child. So the first thought, I got to get rid of this. See, murder to cover up sin. And that's the way people kill in bank robberies. They kill you because you may have seen them and recognized them. I got to blow you away so you don't tell on me. Well, there are many of us who don't want to be discovered that we did this or we did that, so we will do the wrong thing, compounding the sin. So mom wanted to kill me in order to be able to live with her husband without letting him know that her first husband had slipped in under the cover of darkness. So after trying to get rid of me 3 times, she said, let it be. Now I'm forming in her womb. Now imagine the turmoil in her mind. This woman is frightened. My husband is going to know, he's going to know, he's going to know. So this woman had to pray. And she prayed, and she prayed, and she prayed because she knew she needed God when this man found out. But all the while she's praying, she's putting prayer and dependence on God into me. Because what you think, mother, and what you eat, and what you do and allow to be done in the environment of your creativity is what is marking and shaping and fashioning this new life that is coming. You got it? So at first, rejection was there. She rejected me. Then she tried to kill me. Then she accepted me. So at the root of my coming into the world is self-rejection. And that's what you have here. A lot of children that grow up and don't even know why they feel this sense of rejection. See? And they got to do all kind of things to be accepted because their mothers rejected them in the womb. It's heavy, man. It's too heavy. See, and I'm telling you, man, for the white man to be able to send rockets out in space and mathematics